Jeremy Clarkson, 62, told The World that he disagrees with Gary Lineker comparing the conservative government's immigration law to Nazi-era Germany, but he defends his right to free speech regardless. The Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Host suggested that some migrants see the UK as a soft touch and are arriving on British shores purely for economic reasons, but that Gary's opinion was still valid and that he was entitled to express it. Jeremy has come under fire himself in recent weeks for his incendiary comments about Meghan Markle, after he clumsily referenced a Game of Thrones scene and told the world he'd like to see her paraded naked through the streets and pelted with excrement. Now, after Piers Morgan compared his scandal to Gary's on his Thursday Talk TV show, Jeremy has insisted he supports Gary, even though he disagrees with his point of view. "I know the BBC gets its impartiality knickers in a twist every time he says something controversial, but he's a football pundit, not news journalist, Hugh Edwards," he defended. "In a free country, you can't really go around sacking people for expressing an opinion." However, the former Top Gear star was less sympathetic to the migrants, criticizing, "All of the people arriving in Kent have come from France, which, last time I looked, is not a war zone." He invited readers of his Sun column to take their pick between the two different views and decide whether they agreed with a former footballer and crisp enthusiast or a motoring journalist turned farmer. However, Jeremy's key message was that everyone should be allowed to have their say, and he blasted the BBC for getting its impartiality knickers in a twist. Meanwhile, on Thursday, Piers Morgan addressed what he suggested was a similarity between the backlash Jeremy received for insulting Meghan Markle and the one Gary received for his criticism of government policy. "One is a woke warrior, the other is a culture warrior who mainly talks about cars. One of them invites me to dinner while the other punches me in the face," he exclaimed. Clarkson and Lineker could hardly be more different, but what unites them is they have both been victims of witch hunts over recent months. Jeremy's comments on Meghan received thousands of complaints from disgruntled viewers. Meanwhile, although Gary has stated he received love and support on Twitter for his opinions, he has also received tough criticism. Some argued that it was insensitive to compare the British Conservative government to a Nazi government, which went on to murder millions of Jews in the Holocaust, and that it trivialized mass genocide. It was announced on Friday that Gary would not be presenting Match of the Day this weekend as expected, following an apparent clash with bosses. The former football ace has reportedly refused to apologize for his words, leading the station to suspend him from his presenting role. In a shock new twist, it has since emerged that there will be no presenters at all on Match of the Day tonight. Following the decision of celebrities like Lioness Alex Scott to bow out too in solidarity with Gary, the BBC has decided it will broadcast the latest sporting action with no commentary. A spokesperson explained, "Some of our pundits have said that they don't wish to appear on the program while we seek to resolve the situation with Gary. We understand their position and have decided that the program will focus on match action without studio presentation or punditry." The BBC also elaborated on the reasons for the issue, clarifying, "We have said that we consider his recent social media activity to be a breach of our guidelines on impartiality."